You are standing in the corner of the room. It is a Friday night. The air is thick with the smell of expensive cologne, warm wine, and the electricity of 50 people trying to be interesting at the same time. You are holding a glass that is still 3/4 full. You have been holding it for 40 minutes. You bring it to your lips, you tilt it, but you do not drink. It is a prop, just like your smile is a prop. Just like the way you nod your head when the man in the navy suit tells you about his investment portfolio is a prop. You are performing. You are performing the role of a man who is present. A man who belongs. But inside your chest, there is a clock ticking. It is not a mechanical sound. It is a physical sensation, a tightening, a vibration that starts in your stomach and travels up to the base of your throat. It tells you that your time is up. It tells you that your battery has reached 0%. It tells you that if you have to listen to one more sentence, one more laugh, one more question about your job or your weekend plans, you might shatter into 1,000 pieces right here on the carpet. You look around. The host is in the kitchen, laughing loudly. The group by the window is arguing about politics. The moment is perfect. This is your specialty. This is your magic trick. You do not say goodbye. You do not wave. You do not make an excuse about an early morning meeting or a headache. You simply take one step back, then another. You dissolve into the shadow of the hallway. You place your glass on a side table. You find the door handle. You turn it, and then you are out. The silence of the street hits you like a physical blow. It is cold. The air bites at your cheeks. And for the first time in 3 hours, you take a real breath. You inhale until your lungs press against your ribs. You exhale, and you see your breath form a white cloud in the night air. Relief. It washes over you like cool water. The tension in your shoulders drops. The mask falls off. You are no longer the polite listener. You are no longer the agreeable guest. You are just a body moving through space. You are just a ghost haunting the sidewalk. But then, the second wave comes. It always comes. Guilt. You picture them back inside. Someone will turn around and ask, "Where did Koi go?" Someone might worry. Someone might think you are rude. Someone might think you are cold. Someone might think you do not care about them. And the truth is, you do care. You care too much. That is the problem. You care so much about what they think, about how you appear, about being the perfect version of yourself, that it exhausts you. It drains you until there is nothing left. You walk faster. You bury your hands in your coat pockets. You are coy. You are 32 years old. You are a successful architect. You have friends who love you. You have a family that is proud of you. On paper, you are a fully formed human being. But underneath the skin, underneath the name Koi, underneath the 32 years of life, there is something else. There is a fugitive. There is someone who is always running away, always looking for the exit, always waiting for the other shoe to drop. You wonder why you are like this. Why is simple connection so difficult? Why does intimacy feel like a threat? Why is your first instinct always to hide? The streetlights flicker above you, amber pools of light on the grey concrete. You walk through them, one by one. Light, shadow, light, shadow. Just like your life, we often think that our habits are just quirks. We tell ourselves, I am just an introvert, or I just like my privacy. And maybe that is true. But sometimes a habit is not a habit. Sometimes a habit is a scar. It is a wall we built a long time ago to keep the invaders out. And we have been living behind that wall for so long, we have forgotten that there is a door. To understand why you left that party tonight, to understand why you always leave, we have to go back. We have to rewind the tape. We have to peel back the layers of the 32-year-old architect and find the boy who lives inside him. The boy who learned that invisibility was the only way to survive. The memory is not a movie scene. It does not have a beginning, a middle, and an end. It is a collection of sensations. It is a smell. It is a sound. It is a temperature. You are 8 years old. The smell is braised fish and boiled cabbage. It is the smell of dinner in a small house where the windows are closed against the rain. The light in the kitchen is fluorescent and humming. It casts harsh shadows under the eyes of your parents. You are sitting at the table. Your legs do not quite touch the floor. You are swinging them back and forth. You are happy. Today was a good day. Today, you discovered that if you mix blue paint and yellow paint, you get green. It felt like magic. It felt like you had discovered a secret code to the universe. You drew a forest. You drew trees that reached all the way to the clouds. You are holding the paper in your lap, under the table. You are waiting for the right moment to show it. Your father is eating. The sound of his metal spoon hitting the porcelain bowl is loud. Clink, clink, clink. He is chewing slowly. His brow is furrowed. He is wearing his work shirt, and there are sweat stains under the arms. He looks heavy. He looks like he is carrying a mountain on his shoulders. Your mother is quiet. She is moving around the kitchen, wiping the counter, serving more rice. She is walking on eggshells. She knows the weather in this room better than anyone. She knows a storm is brewing. But you? You are 8. You do not know about storms. You only know about the green forest in your lap. You only know that you want to share your magic. You wait for a pause in the chewing. Father, you say. Your voice is bright. It cuts through the thick silence like a bell. Look what I made today. You pull the paper out. You thrust it forward. You accidentally knock over the small dish of fish sauce. It happens in slow motion. The brown liquid spills across the plastic tablecloth. It drips onto the floor. The spoon stops. Your father looks at the spill. Then he looks at the drawing. Then he looks at you. His eyes are not angry. That would be easier. Anger is hot. Anger burns out. No. His eyes are cold. They are tired. They are disgusted. Can't you ever just sit still? He says. His voice is not a shout. It is a growl. Can't you ever just be quiet? Every day it is something. Every day you have to make a mess. You are so much trouble. You are exhausting. He pushes his bowl away. He stands up. I can't even eat in peace, he says. He walks out of the room. Your mother rushes over. She does not look at your drawing. She grabs a rag. Koi, she whispers, and her voice is tight with fear. Why do you have to be so loud? Why can't you just be good? You sit there. The drawing of the green forest is now stained with fish sauce. The magic is gone. The yellow and blue did not make green. They made a mess. They made your father leave. They made your mother sad. You stop swinging your legs. You put your hands in your lap. You look down. You feel a sensation in your chest. It is a shrinking feeling. It is the feeling of your soul trying to fold itself into a smaller shape. You realize something in that moment. It is not a conscious thought, not in words. It is a biological programming. It is a lesson carved into your nervous system. The lesson is this. To be seen is to be wrong. To be loud is to be dangerous. To share your joy is to cause pain. When you are yourself, when you are messy, creative, excited, and spontaneous, you hurt the people you love. You drive them away. So, you make a deal. You make a contract with the universe. I will fix this, the 8-year-old boy decides. I will never make a mess again. I will never be loud again. I will observe. I will listen. I will figure out what people want me to be. And I will be that. I will be smooth. I will be quiet. I will be invisible. This is the primal wound. It is not a physical blow. It is the rejection of your authentic self. It is the moment you decided that you were not enough, and in fact, you were too much. So you began to build. You became an architect long before you went to university. You built a fortress. You built a mask. You learned to read the room. You learned to watch your father's eyebrows to see if it was safe to speak. You learned to listen to your mother's sighs, to know if you should hide in your room. You became an expert in other people's emotions, while completely disconnecting from your own. You buried the boy with the green forest. You pushed him down into the basement of your mind. You locked the door. You told him to stay quiet. You told him that it was for his own good. Now, let us come back to the present. Let us look at Koi, the 32-year-old man walking down the empty street. You think you left the party because you were bored. You think you left because you are introverted. But that is not the truth. You left because for a brief moment, the mask slipped. When that woman asked you what you thought, when the spotlight hit you, the 8-year-old boy in the basement woke up. He felt the old fear. If I speak, I will make a mess. If I show them who I am, they will leave. Just like father left the table, so you ran. This is what psychologists call a defense mechanism. But let us call it what it really is, a bodyguard. Your Irish exit, your habit of disappearing, is a bodyguard you hired 24 years ago. He is loyal, he is hardworking, he thinks he is saving your life. Every time you feel vulnerable, every time you feel exposed, he steps in. He pulls the fire alarm. He evacuates the building. He says, "Get out, Koi. Get out before they see you. Get out before you spill the sauce. Get out before they realize you are too much." But here is the tragedy of the bodyguard. He does not know the war is over. He does not know that you are 32. He does not know that your father is an old man now, soft and forgetful. He does not know that the people at the party actually like you. He is fighting a battle that ended decades ago. And because he is always fighting, you are never at peace. We call this part of you the shadow. Do not be afraid of the word. The shadow is not evil. The shadow is not a monster. The shadow is simply the bag where you put everything you were not allowed to be. You put your anger in the bag. You put your selfishness in the bag. You put your need for attention in the bag. You put your sadness in the bag. And because you have been carrying this heavy bag for so long, you are tired, deeply, deeply tired. That is why you feel so drained around people. You are not just interacting with them, you are constantly suppressing the contents of the bag. It takes an enormous amount of energy to hide. It takes an enormous amount of energy to pretend that you are just a calm, listening architect, and not a human being with a storm inside. You stop walking. You are in front of your apartment building now. You look up at the dark windows. You feel a pang of loneliness so sharp it almost doubles you over. This is the price of the mask. The mask protects you from rejection, yes, but it also protects you from love. The mask is smooth, it has no cracks, and because it has no cracks, nothing can get in. No light, no warmth, no true connection. You have built a safe house, Koi, but a safe house is also a prison. You enter your apartment. It is clean. It is minimal. Everything is in its place. There is no mess here. There is no spilled fish sauce. It is the home of a man who has perfected control. You take off your coat. You loosen your tie. You go to the bathroom and turn on the light. The fan whirs to life. You look in the mirror. Usually, this is the moment you look away. Usually, this is the moment you distract yourself. You would take a shower, or pour a drink, or scroll through your phone until your eyes burn. You would do anything to avoid meeting the gaze of the man in the glass. But tonight, the silence of the street has followed you inside. The air is different. Something is shifting. You stay. You look. You look at the dark circles under your eyes. You look at the tension in your jaw. You look at the slight tremble in your hand. You ask yourself, who am I protecting? The answer rises from the deep. You are protecting the boy. You are still trying to be the good boy at the dinner table. You are still trying to earn the right to exist by being invisible. But look at the cost. You have no one to call. You have thoughts you have never shared with a single soul. You have dreams you have never spoken aloud because you are afraid they will sound foolish. You are starving, Koi. You are starving for being known. A strange thought occurs to you. A question. What if I stayed? What if, at the party tonight, instead of running away, I had just said, I am feeling a little overwhelmed, but I am enjoying your company. What if, when the fish sauce spilled 24 years ago, someone had said, it is okay, it is just an accident, we can clean it up, but no one said that. So you have to say it. This is the hardest part. This is the work. Shadow work is not about becoming a better person. It is not about fixing yourself. It is about parenting the child you left behind. You lean closer to the mirror. You look into your own pupils. It feels awkward. It feels silly. But you do it anyway. You imagine the 8-year-old boy. He is standing right there, behind your eyes. He is holding the stained drawing. He is trembling. He is waiting for you to yell at him. He is waiting for you to tell him he is too much. You take a breath. I see you, you think. The boy in your mind flinches. I am not going to leave you, you think. I am not going to shut you up. You feel a tear form. It is hot and surprising. You rarely cry. Crying is messy. Crying is loud, but you let it come. You let it slide down your cheek. You were not wrong, you tell the boy. You were just a child. You were excited. It was beautiful that you wanted to share your drawing. It was beautiful that you saw green in the blue and yellow. You feel the tightness in your chest begin to unravel. It hurts, like blood rushing back into a limb that has been asleep for years. Father was tired, you tell him. He was scared of his own life. He did not know how to handle your light. His anger was about him, not about you. This is the truth. This is the logic of the adult mind offering compassion to the child's heart. The mechanism, the Irish exit, the silence, the hiding, it served its purpose. It kept you safe when you were small and powerless. But you are not powerless anymore. You look at your hands. These are the hands of a man who builds buildings. These are hands that can handle a mess. If you spill something now, you can clean it up. If someone gets angry at you, you can walk away, or you can argue back. You do not need to disappear to survive. You wash your face. The water is cold. You dry yourself with a towel. You walk into your living room. You do not turn on the television. You sit on the sofa. For the first time in a long time, the silence does not feel empty. It feels full. It feels like there is someone else in the room with you. And there is. You are there. All of you. The 32-year-old architect is there. And the 8-year-old artist is there too. You realize that you do not have to change everything tomorrow. You do not have to become the life of the party. You do not have to be loud. You can still be quiet. You can still value your privacy. But the motivation will be different. You will be quiet because you enjoy peace, not because you are afraid of your own voice. You will leave a party because you are tired, not because you are fleeing a crime scene. You pick up your phone. You see a message from the host of the party. Hey Koi, did you head out? We missed you. The old you would have panicked. The old you would have spent an hour crafting a perfect lie about a stomachache or a family emergency. But you just look at the screen. You type, yes, I needed some air. Sorry I didn't say goodbye. I was feeling a bit drained. Hope you guys have a great night. Send. It is honest. It is simple. It admits a weakness. I was drained, but it does not apologize for existing. You put the phone down. You wait for the anxiety. You wait for the ceiling to collapse. It doesn't. The reply comes a minute later. No worries. Get some rest. Let's grab coffee next week. You stare at the words. No worries. The world did not end. They did not hate you. They accepted your boundary. A smile touches your lips. It is not a prop smile. It is small, and it is real. You realize that the cage door has been open for a long time. You were just sitting inside because you forgot you could walk out. You close your eyes. You put a hand on your chest, right over the place where the vibration usually starts. It is calm now. A steady, rhythmic beat. I am here. You whisper into the empty room. And for the first time, you are not talking to the air. You are talking to yourself. And you are listening. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to take up space. You deserve to make a mess. You deserve to be green, wild, vibrant, and alive. You sit there for a long time, just breathing. You are coy. You are 32. And you are finally home. Integration is not a finish line. It is a practice. In the days that follow, you will notice things. You will notice when the bodyguard tries to jump in front of you. You will be in a meeting, and you will have an idea. Your throat will tighten. The voice will say, "Stay quiet. Don't look stupid." And you will say to the voice, "Thank you for trying to protect me. But I want to say this." And you will speak. Your voice might shake. You might sweat, but you will speak. You will be on a date. The conversation will lull. The panic will rise. Perform. The voice will scream. Entertain her, and you will take a sip of water. You will look at her. You will let the silence exist. And you will find that in that silence, there is a connection that words cannot build. You will start to draw again. Not for a gallery, not for praise. You will buy a cheap set of watercolors. You will sit at your kitchen table on a Sunday morning. You will mix blue and yellow. You will watch them bleed into each other to make green. You will make a mess on the paper. You will look at the mess, and you will not feel ashamed. You will feel joy. You will realize that the shadow work is simply the act of turning on the light in the basement, step by step, and inviting the ghosts upstairs to have tea. You are not broken, Koi. You never were. You were just a masterpiece that was covered in a heavy cloth to keep it safe from the dust. Now, it is time to pull the cloth away. It is time to be seen. You take a deep breath. You stand up from the sofa. You walk to the window and look out at the city one last time. The lights are still there, millions of them. Some are bright, some are dim, some are steady, some are flickering. You are one of them. You are not the darkness between the lights. You are the light itself. You turn away from the window. You go to your bedroom. You lie down. The sheets are cool. For the first time in years, you do not fall into a sleep of exhaustion, a sleep of escape. You fall into a sleep of rest. Good night, Koi. Good night, little one. We are safe now.